Good morning from down under, everyone. My name is Romance Blitz, and we're going to continue our Let's Play of Warhammer 40,000 Dark Heresy beta. This is going to be our second run and part 17 in the series, if I believe, and we are starting this episode off with a bit of a temporal rewind, as it were. Now that we know what we need to do to interact with this, we are going to do so, and then do all the talks. So we'll get straight into it, so don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you've been enjoying so far.
In his wake.
Otherwise, well, let's begin. Alright, first things first, we are going to have a chat with this gentleman. Actually, we'll just have a chat with this, because we're just going to turn as much as I want.
Your strands. Absorb them. Return to myself. Where are you, Fukata?
Yeah, as much as I wanted to keep hold of the item, we're just going to take the trade.
You smell of death, Otvaka. Good. Scratch seeks his mate, Okata. A huntress. If you help, we will pray.
You said we seek my mate. Who was we?
Scrat and the fledgling. We are looking for my lost mate.
What assistance do you require?
If you find my mate, if you find her, if you find Okata and tell me, Scrat will trade. Yes, Otvaka love to trade.
Where did she disappear?
Okata went with Croak. Skin band on reconnaissance. None returned. None but Croak. Croak said the swamp took them all.
Well, you're not searching for herself?
Scrat cannot leave the fledgling.
I'll search for your mate.
Good. Good. This is how you will know, Okata.
Are you familiar with the name Rufus Crag? Sorry, Rufus Crag.
The outsider reeked of fear and secrets. Weirtic stank of the outsider.
I have found a human corpse in the swamp. What do you know about this?
Eat the enemy. Learn their secrets. Vaka.
Alright, I'm gonna go have a chat with you first.
The throne guides me.
First the battle with Lone Eye. Then those of my blood went mad. And now another outsider is sniffing around.
What is that decoration in your quills? It looks like a ring.
This is a sign of respect. A gift. Skrotik brought it. A hunter of the vein. Do you like it? Take it, Otvaka. In the fight for the roost, you suffered blows that were meant for me. I am repaying the debt.
Tell me about Graktar.
We call them Krutoks. They are our siblings in war. Then only one remained in the roost. Do not approach him, Softskin. Graktar is clever, but only listens to his rider. Me. Do you see this power, Utvaka? When the Kutok smell blood, nothing can stop them. My Greta lives for combat. But this time, he could have fallen to the claws of those maddened of my blood. But you intervened. Take this. Payment for your service. Now, the blood debt is honored, Utvaka.
What do you know of the strange tree in the swamp?
The Iron Tree. That place is forbidden. We lost those of my blood who hunted nearby. We barely returned their flesh to the roost. Saved the strands. I forbade the hunters to approach it. Weird-Tick supported me in this.
I found Rufinus in the swamp. He was brutally killed and dismembered.
The outsider lingered around the inedible. Tried to speak. The flesh of the outsider is forbidden to the tick vein. But the inedible is no longer part of the vein. And there is little suitable flesh in the swamp. It is hungry.
Tell me about the inedible.
Why should I speak? You are a stranger, Utvaka. Your presence promises nothing good for the vein.
Did I not aid you in battle against the Rabbit Recruit?
You were saving your own skin, Utvaka. Will you claim otherwise?
If I do something useful for the vein, will you speak?
What could an Utvaka do for the vein that those of my blood could not? Do you want to be useful? Listen. I saw good prey among your kind. Mighty big-headed Utvaka, 3 times your size. Find and bring me one. For the ritual, it will become a worthy opponent for the Awakened One.
Big-headed Udvaka and Oigrin, why do you want a big one? So why do you want one?
For the Awakened One. A worthy opponent in the ritual will awaken the slumbering root. A good fight will help him remember.
Who was the awakened one?
A great warrior. One whose strands descend from heroes of the past. From the day he came to be. My brother and I knew. We sensed it. His is the blood of an ancient root. He is an offshoot of the Great Ones. We have been preparing him for awakening. All that is left now is to help him remember. He will decide who is right, my brother or I. He will determine which branch the vein will follow.
What will you do if the Awakened One takes your side?
We will continue hunting in these grounds. Even if madness overcomes some of my blood. The rest, the strongest, will adapt. It is a sacrifice necessary for the Vane's survival.
I will see what can be done, but I promise nothing.
Whether you do it or not, decide for yourself. I do not expect much from you.
Alright, come back later.
Later, the cursed sea will take the roost and all of us. The Vane was lucky it was not swept away, like last time. That is why my blood needs to grow stronger. Move deeper to the cliffs, where the great water will not reach us.
Alright, go talk to you now.
The harbinger of his light.
Okata! Have you seen her?
The War Shaper said that you gifted him the ring and the quills. Where did you obtain it?
It gleamed upon the ledge when seeking my mate. Then the Flesh Shaper forbade it. None may leave the roost. None. Skrat stayed to protect the fledgling.
Show me the burn ammo.
Our Okata smells of the swamp. The fear of blood. The War Shaper said she was lost during reconnaissance. He was there. He lied. A trade as agreed. Take it. Skrat must bring Okata's strands back.
Alright,
Conducting analysis to identify visual. Conducting analysis to identify visual similarities. Conducting analysis to identify visual similarities.
Alright, let's go get Maul. Now, we're not gonna kill Maul this time, we're gonna make sure he lives. Is this the Septimus camp?
Following in his wake.
Seen you before.
You have new orders, go to the swamp and wait for me there.
That's easy.
Alright, back to the swamp we go. Alright, we're gonna chuck one quick left just to see if this recruit is over here. No. Alrighty. Alrighty. Have a chat with you.
Soft skin. You have driven good prey into the Vane's territory. A big-headed Oatvaka. The hunters caught it and brought it to the roost. I did not think you would do it. I will remember this.
Alright. Do you know what this belonged to and what was inside?
Fragile glass. My blood do not carry such things. They prefer reliable vessels for potions. Oh! And it smells foul. Like soft-skinned hides with strong strands.
The huntress named Ukata went missing. What do you know about this?
Ukata was in my scout kin band. But these lands are dangerous, even for my blood. She lacked the skills. The swamp took her, swallowed her whole. I saw it with my own eyes. Now her strands belong to the swamp. This is the way the leaves fall.
I know you fought humans far from the roost at the activation site.
When the howl of the metal beast fell silent on the far shore, the outsider who dealt with my brother gave the Vane a fine suggestion. Many strong soft skins of Lonai had arrived in that place. I sent the kin band to hunt, to claim their flesh. The kin band raged and at last showed Lonai our strength. A shame I was not with them that day.
You mentioned Lonai. Who was that?
The leader of the Softskins. The Oatvaka shaper of the Vane. Baron. A strange name. I gave him another. One more fitting to his form. His warriors were the apex predators of these lands. Until the Tick Vane.
Your warriors hunt people who served as Lonai and you speak to me about it so easily?
Lonai's warriors are parasites of the human roost. You do not grieve when you kill parasites. Do you, outsider?
You still hunt humans. Who gave you that right?
The pact with Lonai allowed us to hunt softskins beyond the town. Those who displeased him. But our Vane craved more flesh. Even the outsider who dealt with the Weirtick understood this. He advised my brother that we should hunt Lonai's warriors. That their meat was the strongest.
The Baron claims you broke the pact when you attacked his people.
Lone Eye should swallow his rotten tongue. We did not approach his roost and only hunted on the outskirts. That was our pact. His warriors had stepped beyond their lands. That means they had become prey.
Workers have gone missing from the excavation site. Are you saying you didn't kill them?
The Tickvane are hunters, not scavengers. We do not eat softskins who dig in the mud. The hunters said there was no one except Lone Eye's warriors in the camp. They were enough for us.
Alright, I've had enough.
Finally.
I want to hear more about your clan, your vein.
You were useful. A little. I will answer. A little.
How did you come to Mirasportum?
We wandered through tunnels after leaving the old roost. Until we ended up here. In the tunnels, we absorbed the strands of small creatures that see in the darkness and hear the trembling of the air. That is how we hunted. But it was not enough. Hunger came. The migration was long, and many of my blood sacrificed themselves to sustain the hunters. You came into our roost without fear. Do you think us weak? Know this, Otvaka. The strongest of my blood survived, and the Tickvane is no prey.
The traditions and nature of Xenos are abhorrent to the citizens of the Imperium. However, given our cultural differences and their reverence for genetic material as the ultimate commodity, their act could be considered noble.
Otvaka with the metal hand. You gaze into the essence of our life.
Do you consume your own kin?
For my blood to be consumed for the good of the vein is a great honor. I personally divided the flesh of the sick and the wounded among the kin band. They had good strands, but their bodies had worn out from the long march. Now, their strands are part of us. And together, we found a path to new hunting grounds and built a new roost. Their sacrifice will be remembered.
Why do you war against humans?
When we came out of the tunnels into this territory, the Otvaka attacked us by the right of the Predator. Lone Eye's vein fought much more fiercely than the other softskins. My brother was forced to make a pact. We divided the territory between the Tickvane and Lone Eye's vein. We stay in the swamps. We can consume the strands of those who do not serve Lone Eye. They are few. Their strands are weak. Lone Eye remains on the cliffs by the sea.
You've had enough. Alright. let's go do a bit of a round robin now,
Watchful.
and then we will have a chat with the Flesh Shaper.
How is the arm? Ready to fight? We will soon face Lone Eye's warriors again.
Rot take the roots of the softskins. I have been feeding since the last battle, but this wound will not heal.
Respect the roots, warrior. Even those of others. The Otvaka from the filthy roost fight well.
I have torn softskin hides before, but these ones, under Baron Lone Eye's command, are as vicious as if they had eaten flesh from Igothlak. No one in these hunting grounds fights as fiercely as they.
Then Lone Eye must have given them strong strands. Or something else. No matter. There will be more battles. Heal up. We will return for you.
The light of the throne guides me.
Alright, let's have a look at this stuff. Alright, in this one scenario, I believe this might actually be better.
Fire in my strands!
Led by his will.
A whole swarm of softskins is wandering through the roost. What is that pack doing here? That cunning softskin who spoke with the Flesh Shaper must have brought them. If it is a fight they want. No fighting! This pack has helped us, and the cunning Otvaka fled after the slaughter with Lone Eye's warriors on the far shore and never returned. Perhaps the swamp has taken him. Unfortunate. The Flesh Shaper needed him for trade. The Vein has no need for weak allies. If the cunning one could not survive, he was not so cunning after all.
Alright.
The light of the throne guides me.
Alright, time to make a backup save. Alright, do the bare minimum first.
You have come to trade knowledge, Softskin. Then again, had you come later, there would have been no one left to trade with. The great water has nearly swallowed the roost. It has ruined our stores, brought rot and stench. A cursed place. But it is all the Vein has. This is the way the leaves fall.
You ordered your kin not to attack me and not to feed on humans at all. Why such kindness?
I am the Flesh Shaper.
Oh, actually, we've
The strands within the flesh our hunters bring back. I decide what those of my blood must consume to develop their potential, and what must be left to rot.
So I'm gonna skip this
The
dialogue
awakened one
because
is the best among. When you tell me you have aided the tick. No. We arrived.
so we went through all this stuff before the temporal rewind, so I will skip this. Alright, so let's quickly go deal with the Iron Tree and then make that backup safe again. But I've kind of forgot where the temporal rewind was supposed to go back to. It was actually a little bit ahead of that. So, it's fine though.
Detecting repeated presence of an Inquisition servant. The layperson is conducting dealings with the
Alright.
submitting counter-offer. Access to data will be restored on the condition of shared utilization of acquired information. Expressing desire for similar continued cooperation in the future. The data extracted from the Electu is deemed to be of research interest and will be transferred to the jurisdiction of the Genital Order.
Alright. Very quickly. Alright.
Initiating data upload. Conducting analysis to identify.
Alright. Now back up we go. And then... Alright, Maul, while we're here, let's have a chat with you. I'm gonna give you your wish, you're gonna get to punch someone.
Big mutants, angry mutants. Done.
Alright.
I sense new strands in the roost. You have brought a big-headed old fucker for Croak. Good strands, full of strength. My brother wants him to fight during the ritual. But it is better that the Awakened One fights one of his own blood. We will see what the future brings us.
About the Iron Tree.
Have you tamed it? Have you aided the vein?
I've dealt with it.
This is good news. A welcome change. You have helped protect the vein from yet another danger, Softskin. I will remember this. Take it. A gift. A sign of my favor towards you.
Speak later.
Walk upon
Alright. Quick save. Was it enough to...
the water of...
No, not yet.
You have come to trade knowledge, Softskin.
Might point to nearby cauldron.
The water of memory. I am brewing it, preparing it for the ritual. It will help Chinook awaken the strands of the root within him. Do not touch it, Softskin. Do not break the sanctity of its steeping. Walk.
Alright. Look around. Here in the cauldron. We're gonna add the liquid. Yeah, so, okay. So the poison that you can't have Rakati around. So it's just a matter of doing it before you pick her up. Alright. Now let's have a look at this. Mark up the victim, which is probably what we're gonna pick. I'd love to get close encounter actually, but no, we want this. Oh, but then yeah, see if I hold on. What other ones could we get? Extra damage. Units defense and damage reductions reduced by 3 for 1 round. Hit chance. Oh, bloody hell, I think that's gotta be that. 8 extra damage versus 8 plus damage. I just like percent damage, that just seems really good. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Alright. Take a look. Oh, I can even put... Bloody hell. No, I think I still prefer that one. Alright, and we'll put that on there. Molten Beam or Telekinetic Dome. Dealing 10 plus target levels of damage, or affecting units plus effects, or suffer 4 times... yeah, Molten Beam, I guess. Really kind of feels like the only one I'll use. If the Mimic is suffering from burning, this ability does not trigger... So, burn yourself, huh? If the Mystic has 5 or more morale, all common negative effects are removed. They then suffer 1 level of burning. Okay, so I see where that's supposed to go. You're supposed to pick that one. So that you suffer 1 level of burning. And then you pick this one. And then I guess you cleanse him of his burning quickly. It's a lot of micromanaging to do though. Kind of just want something from for Molten Beam. So extra damage. Whenever the target uses a non-attacking ability or psychic power, it suffers burning. Yeah, we'll do Burn the Witch, why not? I can't say there's a particularly good one there. Lower Warp is 95. That's more, okay. Sure, why not? Now, I have also debated whether or not I should respec Torma because his stuff is useless, basically, so... Reckless Strike, Slash... I don't really think it wants Slash on you, so... Sworn Enemy is fine, I think. Yeah, potential. That's actually pretty good too. Just putting negative effects on enemies is probably a good thing too. Uneven fight probably is going to be the good one. Just reduce damage for bosses. Alright, take aim. Honestly, hit chance would not be the worst thing. The officer increases damage dealt by the ally during the next turn by 5% and twice this value against their armor for each enemy within that ally's yeah. Alright, so we want a modification for it, so... Determine was probably pretty good. Movement is also probably good. Defense is probably good too. So either we want hit chance or additional damage. Honestly, you could just stack that damage up, something shocking. The officer increases the targeted allies' damage by 10% for 1 round. Valve bonus. I mean, why wouldn't you take Battlefield Guidance if that's the case? So, realistically, it's 5 plus target's morale, hit chance, which is probably going to be a lot. 5 plus characters. Oh, this character, yeah. Three times allies morale, defense. I feel like damage is relatively fine. But it's either really going to be defense or hit chance. I think surviving is better, in a sense. So, take aim. Alright, so we got one with break the ranks, the other one can take aim, and then this one can be... This one can be the damage, I think. So one of each, right? Balance it out. Revel and Slaughter. Sure. On the double. Shorty brightness defense, huh? More damage with their second attack per turn. I think we're just gonna take... Take Agile, I think. Yeah, we'll just take defense. Alright.
You have come to walk upon
Following in his wake.
Quick save. Reload. Something's bugging out, I think. So I can't interact with the pot. And I think I'm supposed to be able to interact with the pot. So... Oh wait, I interacted with the pot already. Pretty sure I did, because it'll be in the journal. Reputation. Of the character. Yeah. Well, we're almost there. Alright.
By his will. My head. Yeah. So
I don't think you're gonna have to worry about your head all too much.
it's easier. No hesitation.
Alrighty. May you feed on your enemy's crude. I am Alistair Lystar. I don't understand you. There's something wrong with your beak. Are you unable to speak? Why did your kin attack you? I was at the camp with your kin. It seems excessive aggression is a problem with your entire tribe. Where did you get that las pistol on your belt? Then I won't refuse. Come with me. Alright.
Ever watchful.
We'll take Riccardi one more small trip around. All the way up here.
Conducting analysis to identify.
Alright. Now, time to have some long, boring conversations with the Quest Shaper, and then we will call an episode just before we start the ritual, I think. Or I can make this episode go on for particularly long, and we'll see the ritual done.
You have come to trade knowledge, soft skin. The stench of the inedible. In the roost. You are foolish to consort with that creature. It is carrion, cast out by the vein. Spoiled flesh that will rot in the earth after death. Its strands will never again become part of the vein.
I found the tattered remains of your kin.
Why do you carry the flesh of those of my blood? This is wrong. Their strands belong to the vein. Return them now.
I'll give you the remains of your kin, but first answer my questions.
The vein has accepted you, Softskin. Ask, but do not test my patience.
I found these remains hidden in the swamp. Do you know anything about them?
The loss of those of my blood is a tragedy for the vein. We absorb the fallen strands so they may take root in others, strengthening us. No Kroot would abandon a brother's flesh. It seems the warriors' deaths were the work of Lone Eye's Outfucker. The scent has almost faded, but the flesh still reeks of their strands, sour and vile.
Alright, what can you tell me about this meat?
Its strands are tainted with madness, like those who attacked us in the roost. But I feel no strength in the flesh, only rage. Rufinus advised us to eat Lonai's warriors, I sensed no power in their flesh either. Those of my blood who consumed them grew stronger, but I did not understand why. Worry took root within me, but I smothered it for the Vane's survival. Perhaps I was wrong. I have said enough. Now give what was promised. Withered flesh must return to the Vane, to be destroyed. The strands of the fallen are tainted by madness. They are forbidden. Speak of your discovery to no one. Do not disturb those of my blood. The roost is restless enough as it is.
Alright, I'll be right back. I just need to put in one very quick pause. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, take it. I have no intention of insulting the Tick clan.
The soft skin respects the Vane's customs. The Vane will remember.
I know the crew have been to the excavation site far from the swamp and the roost. You fought humans there. Are you telling me that was because of the madness too?
No. The hunters went to take from Lonai what does not belong to him. They fought. If you want to know more, ask my brother. He commands the kin band. The water has risen. There is less land, more fighting. We survive. You must understand, soft skin.
Alright, I want to discuss what happened to the... Sorry. Do you know a man with a burn on his face and an augmented leg? Within a scrag. They say he walked these swamps.
You fought alongside my brother against those of my blood stricken with madness. You helped him. I will answer this question. Yes, such a soft skin was here. Polite, intelligent. You remind me of him. He inquired about our traditions, aided the Vane greatly, pointed out good hunting grounds. For that, I gave him the title of Honored Otvaka. And all would have been well if he had not frequented the Inedibles camps so often. Each time, he returned smelling of the exile's strands.
I found within us in the swamp he was brutally killed and dismembered.
So that is the way the leaves have fallen. Oh, a shame. The honored Otvaka was a fine warrior. He knew much, respected the Vane.
Who or what do you think could have killed him?
My brother was displeased with my attempts to build relations with the Softskin. He did not trust him. He believed the Softskin sought to uncover our weaknesses. The Vane's hunters look to Groactic. They follow his example. But they would not dare to attack an honored Otvaka, to defy me.
So that line alone should tell you only he could have done it. So just keep that in mind. You spoke of the inedible. What kind of creature is it?
The creature broke the covenants of the roots, and my covenants. It lived alone in the swamps. Softskins should not have gone to its camp, should not have had dealings with it. It was dangerous.
Why do you speak of the inedible as though it's already gone?
Because pruning the Vane's rotten offshoots is my burden. The creature will not return to the roost. To us, it is the past.
So I should be afraid of the inedible.
The inedible did not follow the Vane's laws and was cast out. It survived alone for a long time. Such hunting is difficult. It was hungry and could have devoured anyone. Any soft-bodied one would have been a desirable prey.
I understand.
Good. I no longer wish to speak of those whom the leaves have buried.
Where did you all see Rufinus?
Several fallen leaves ago, in the roost, after our kinban's hunt on Lonai's men near the dug-up caves. He appeared suddenly, gathered his belongings, and left quickly.
Did Rufinus, which I think this part is a lie, because I think he left before the attack? I can't remember. I don't know. Did Rufinus ever mention anything unusual?
No. He asked many questions about the inedible, the kinband, the swamps. Not all of my blood are keen on speaking with outsiders, but this one was respectful. We spoke of a new pact, a contract, mercenary work. The discussion was not finished.
What kind of deal did Rufinus propose? Perhaps I can offer better terms.
Not now, Softskin. The vein is at a crossroads. We must choose the right branch for our development. After that, perhaps we will speak of cooperation and the cost.
Around all that I needed. I have questions about... Actually, no.
An exchange of thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Very well. Let us trade.
Why is your brother against migration?
We arrived in these hunting grounds recently, during the last migration. Before that, we wandered through the tunnels of the Otvaka roost for a long time. Those of my blood grew weak from lack of food. Weakness bred fear. Fear bred desperation. When we emerged into these lands, those of my blood fell upon the fresh flesh of the softskins who lived in the swamp. Then on the others. Further, in houses of stone and steel. But we were weak. Under Lonai's leadership, the softskins drove us back into the marshes. And so we began eating the dwellers of the rotten sea, whose flesh is foul. The vein lives only as long as it feeds on good flesh. We need strong strands, or the vein faces oblivion. We will lose our adaptability, ossify, and join the ranks of beasts that know neither reason nor growth. This fate is worse than death in battle. Proactic believes that only this awaits us in the tunnels.
You mentioned the Battle of the Vein against Lonai. Whose is that?
The leader of the Softskins, who calls himself Baron. Oh. He dwells on the soft rocks by the shore. He cast us out into the swamp, but offered us a chance to survive.
Alright, regarding Rufinus. No, we're done there. I have questions about your clan and settlement.
The clan. We, the Kroot, call it the Vein. The Vein has lived on this planet for several generations. We are mercenaries. Each of us is a born hunter. We carry out tasks where others fail to adapt.
You and your brother clearly have disagreements, but you still work well in battle. One distracted the enemies, the other led the retreat.
Croak and I are children of the same strand, bound by the same fate. We may hold different views, see different paths. Yet saving the Vein is our greatest purpose, and this we never forget. This is how our lives are woven. This is the way the leaves fall.
Where did you come from?
Our Vein came from the Spinwood Front long before my brother and I were born. It wandered across many worlds, Shaper Ruktar struck a bargain with the Otvaka. But our roots grow from the nest world of Peck. I hope that the hatchlings of our hatchlings may one day return home and bring back good strands.
How'd you end up in Maris Portum Sectoris?
We once lived elsewhere. The Otvaka called it the Solaris Sectoris. The vein fed well there. There was much work. Then came Otvaka warriors from the Fusilier pack, and they set the whole Hab zone ablaze. Holmes, other Otvaka, my blood. We were forced to migrate. We consumed the weak and infirm, gathered our belongings, and left for the tunnels, seeking a new roost. We wandered for a long time before emerging into these accursed lands. They of my blood were starving and threw themselves at the first flesh they could find. It was the Otvaka who lived in fabric dwellings. Then we began eating the softskins who wore a second hard skin over their own. You call them divers. And then Lonai came and made war upon us. We had to retreat. That was when I went to Lonai and proposed a pact. We would eat only those Otvaka who lived in the swamp, and he would not trespass on the roost's borders. He agreed. That is the way the leaves fell, and that is how we lived.
I found human bones and Fusilier buttons in your camp. Did you eat the guardsmen?
Do not blame us for what was not of our doing, Otvaka. We consumed none without permission. It was different. 3 generations ago, on the Spinwood front, our vein made a pact with the soft skins of Scintilla. You call that pack Fusiliers. Together, we waged war in the Calixis sector, and we fought fiercely. For this, we were allowed to dwell beneath your great roost. Yes. It was fine at first, living at the bottom of the soft-skin roost. The Fusilier Shaper sent us strong warriors from his 33rd pack. We consumed them, grew stronger, and fought for you. Then, times changed. We were given less work, sent less food. Then, a pack of Fusiliers came with fire and death to burn the softskins. And with them, our roost too. The vein was forced to migrate. The softskins betrayed the pact. And we remember this. But we keep the bones of the honored warriors who nourished the vein, to honor their memory. Such is the story of the vein. This is the way the leaves fall, yes.
Your clan made a pact with the Fusiliers and they were feeding you their own soldiers. That sounds like a blatant lie.
You think Uyatek lies? The pact has been passed from Shaper of the Vein to Shaper for 3 generations. And I am its current keeper. See for yourself.
So the creep really do consume the enemies.
We consume those whose flesh can aid the vein. Beast, fish, softskin, or another Kroot. To be eaten is a great honor. It means your strands are worthy and will serve the future of the Kroot. Even if you are an enemy, pray.
And you eat humans.
Not all. Only those whose strands are strong, those who help the vein grow. In this accursed land, we found such ones. The honored Otvaka Rufinus Scrag helped us find useful softskins among the pack of Baron Lonai. Their flesh seemed noble, strong, and so we consumed it.
How did you decide who can be eaten and who cannot?
By scent, taste, movement, and way of thought. We eat those who are worthy, who have become the best, or were born so. The fastest, the bravest, the smartest. In the cold lands, we will eat the beasts that survive eternal frost. On the cliffs, we will consume the strands of birds or mountain creatures. It is the fate of the Flesh Shaper to identify worthy strands and discard the foul ones.
I don't care what you do or how you live, as long as it doesn't interfere with me personally.
Then there is no disagreement between us.
Alright, change subject. Alright,
Walk up.
so this is the part where we will save. We will go through all these. Alright. Alright, save. Alright, so this episode is going to go on for a bit longer, but we are going to finish the ritual.
Knowledge, soft skin. The tick vein is ready for the ritual. Soon, the roots will reveal themselves in the awakened one.
Alright, I want to take part in the ritual.
You have not walked long with us upon this branch of trials. But the wisdom of the roots is eternal. One becomes an ally of the vein by proving their worth through deeds. You aided my brother, War Shaper Croactic, sparing him grievous wounds in the slaughter against those maddened of our blood. You saved Graktar, our kin, our brother in war, and the last surviving Krutox. You defended the borders of the Roost, subduing the Iron Tree. You aided Skratik in finding what remained of his mate. Yes, I know of this. You have proved your worth. You have earned the right to become our hunt brother and witness the awakening of the root. You may stay and observe. This is my word. But remember, if you refuse, you must leave the roost. We will not meet again until after the ritual. If that is the way the leaves fall.
Alright, tell me more about the Awakened One.
Within each of us, the strands of the roots grow. But there are some in whom they rise to the surface. Within them, the patterns of the finest endure. Within them, ancient warriors and hunters are reborn. We discern their talents when they are no more than shoots. And so it was with Chinook. My brother and I, we have been nurturing memories of the past within him, preparing him for awakening. If the future awakened one is fed only the finest strands, he may unlock all of the memories of the slumbering root. And now, in the vein's hour of hardship, his time has come.
Alright, I'm ready to take part in the ritual of the roots. What must be done?
Only your pack. The inedible must leave. Be gone.
The Annabelle is now in my pack. I've accepted it and I want it to be able to observe as well.
Come. Very well. Let it watch. But now the inedible is part of your pack, and you will answer to the vein if anything goes awry. Come with me, Hunt Brother. I will show you the place prepared for you.
Alright. Time for the revenge of Darth Maul. So, in the last one, we specifically made it so that he got eaten and killed. This time,
Roots
well...
of the vein, the flesh of Ortvaka who dwell in this place defiles the legacy of the roots. It leads us down the branch of madness. I say, the vein must seek new hunting grounds before our strands fray.
I say otherwise. Is madness claiming the weak? Leaves will fall, and the strands of our remnants will master this rage. That is how the vein will survive. Weirtek and I have chosen different branches for the vein. To decide, we will awaken the first shaper of the Tick vein in this fledgling.
Awaken. To help. To answer.
Hunt Brother, accept the honor of standing at the fledgling's side. Watch the awakening. Honor the will of the roots.
Alright, watch the ritual.
Roots of the vein. I say, to awaken, the fledgling must call to the roots. He must witness his past, battle his prey, and taste the prey's flesh. The water of memory will help him to relive. The water will unlock the gate of Chinook's memory.
Alright, look at the water. Alright. Watch in silence.
Remember, fledgling, awaken your roots.
Yes, drink it all.
I see seashore. A king band feasting. I am one with them. I am their shape. As I said then, so I say now. Only a healthy tree sheds its leaves.
The roots favor us. The wind carries the first shaper's words as before.
Words are dust beneath a warrior's feet. When the vein first arrived on this world, a devious foe attacked the roost. Our predecessors destroyed the enemy, and you, fledgling, must hunt as they did. We have found fitting opponents for you. Once you absorb their strands, you will be one step closer to awakening. The Flesh Shaper wants you to defeat one of your blood. One whose strand has been nurtured over years of brave hunting. But I say this. Slay the big-headed one. Him who is soft of flesh and tough of bone. Only Grektar's strands are mightier than his. That is how you will repeat the feat of our roots.
Alright. Prompt the awakened one. You should choose the larger opponent. No other foe deserves to fight you.
Shapers. Now I know who is to become my cue.
Alright, so he's poisoned. He's going to lose. Darth Maul's revenge!
Do you see now, brother? The Awakened One could not defeat even a single foe. What will happen to the Vayne when the time comes to fight someone truly strong? We must remain here. We must absorb the rage in Otvaka flesh. That is how the Vayne will rise again. Tougher than ever before.
So I'm kind of interested to see... You know what? This is the beta, and we're probably never going to pick this outside the beta. We're going to let them fight.
The Awakened One is dead. The Ancient Root's wisdom will not settle our dispute. It is time to turn to the wisdom of blood. A battle. You and me. Let the strongest lead the Vayne forward.
So be it, brother. Let blood decide. But it will not be in single combat. Let the kin band choose which side to fight on.
No! Your trickery offends the roots. The Vayne will not fall for it.
Come on, Warshaper. Win. Yeah.
Oh, the Awakened One has fallen without giving an answer. The Kinbad may be strong yet, but the Vayne is already doomed. Whatever path lies ahead, this branch will lead them to a dead end, all because of their Shaper's weakness. All who fail to adapt die. This This is the way the leaves fall.
The inedible can speak, and yet none of you care to enlighten me.
Oh, my voice was banished with me. My name was forbidden, repulsive to all who were of my blood. And since the vein was never to speak the name of its exiled sister again, her voice died too. But since the awakened one has fallen, what good are the laws of a vein that is doomed to decay? What sense is there in taboos that stem from the veneration of walking corpses? No. Today, my blood and I have become equals again. We both are to rot in the ground without ever giving our strands to new generations.
Intriguing. Temporary aphasia caused by a cultural phenomenon rather than organic damage.
My name will sound again. My name is Ra'akti.
Ritual is done. We should probably leave the company of your kin, your former kin. Alright, there's no mercenary contract or anything like that this way around, and we don't care in this one scenario. I guess we don't get to... Yeah, alright. I guess we don't get to see, a good friend, Mr. Mr. Maul, so it's whatever. We'll end the episode here, folks, even though it went on a little bit longer than what I normally like. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you have watched all the way to the end. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.